Good evening, everyone.
Yeah.
I am
Sorry.
Mark, your fat friend,
And I'm James, your black friend,
and this is the Fat and Black Connection.
where we talk about anything and everything. Well, as long as it's interesting to us, of course. But
Absolutely, because if it's not interesting to us, it certainly shouldn't matter to you.
that's right.
And we got Daryl checking in. Daryl, one of my coworkers. Welcome to the Fat and Black Connection, Daryl. Such a cute couple. Thank you. We appreciate that.
Welcome to 2024, people.
That's right. Happy New Year, James.
Yes, Happy New Year's to you, Mark.
And we got Tyrus checking in, but I refuse to acknowledge his post.
I gotta see this. I can at least see it. I don't need.
You could see it, yes. My team stomped his team, if you'll recall, just a few weeks ago, and so I'm just not going to acknowledge.
Hey, Tyrus, I'm gonna let you know this. This was the same thing I tell my brother. Be humble.
Yeah, because let's us recall what happened last time the Niners met the Ravens in a Super Bowl.
You saw that picture?
Just, hopefully, your guys get back there, because I certainly believe mine will. And then we can stomp another mud hole in y'all, and I'll be happy with that. Anyways,
of course he says it's a throwaway game. Of course.
Naturally, yes. Yeah, of course. Except they could have, locked in their number one seed a little bit earlier and maybe given some guys a rest. But anyways, tonight I will be drinking my keg, my Hofbräu Munich, my Oktoberfest beer, imported from Munich, Germany, 1.32 gallons or 5 liters.
I didn't drink this one last time. I drank it. I drank this off. I drank this off air, but I still had one more left. This is a one called Hop Attack. It is
Hop Attack.
Yeah,
gonna get you.
Yeah, so it's a double IPA and 8.5%.
So we talked before about double IPAs and that how like the Stone Cold beers, right? There's a double IPA there, and I've never had a double IPA. Have you had one? So you've had one of these already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't as like, I don't know. Maybe it's the company or who makes this one. Barrel of Monks, Barrel of Monks Brewing. But
not to be confused with the Barrel of Monkeys.
Yeah, and they're I guess they're associated with Melvin Brewing, which is a company that most of the beer club that I'm in with Lazy Dog, apparently they get like most of their stuff from there. But yeah, so this, I don't know if it's just where it's brewed or specific who makes it, but yeah, this one isn't that bad.
That's not encouraging. Okay. And
no,
Tyrus
I mean it's very enjoyable. So I mean,
I assume Tyrus is referring to me that haters will hate. Y'all stay scared. We're not scared. The Ravens just dominated you guys 2 weeks ago. So I don't even.
Again, you can't.
I don't understand.
That doesn't mean anything, bro. You can get dominated and then like.
Absolutely, but I'm not hating.
Yeah,
it's just the reality.
Yeah, and Tyrus.
We matter of factually stomped a mud hole in them at the Super Bowl a couple of years ago. We stomped a mud hole.
It wasn't I don't remember that being a mud hole stomping.
That's fine. You remember what you want. But we nevertheless beat them in the Super Bowl a number of years ago, and we did stomp a mud hole in them just 2 weeks ago. So the Ravens, I'm not scared. So yes, and playoffs are a whole new season. Absolutely, I don't argue that.
One and done,
the Niners could absolutely get knocked out in the first game after they have their bye. So could the Ravens. I'm not denying those facts, but if the Niners and Ravens both get back to the Super Bowl to play each other, I feel pretty good about our odds. Anyways, so you know what happened just a few days ago. Aside from Happy New Year.
What else happened?
Kaboom
yeah.
Ticket
well, that
went on sale.
That's 100% correct. They went on sale as of midnight on the 1st. So
That's right. So if you haven't procured your tickets yet, it is on September 7th, 2024. So we're a little over 9 months out. But tickets are already selling actually at a pretty decent clip.
that's good.
And we do have a finite amount of tickets to sell. So and I would not, some people have asked me, oh, can I buy tickets day of? Sure, if we have some. I am really hoping to be at a place where no, I don't have to sell any tickets day of. But you know, if you want to procrastinate, that's your choice. But they are only $10, and if you're bringing your kids, anyone 10 and under,
Under 10 is free.
and so to kind of follow up on that a little bit, I thought let's take a moment to take a look over at the helps if I remove that thing, I suppose. The Eventbrite page.
Eventbrite.
So just as a quick reminder, Kaboom Con, September 7th, 2024, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Put on by 97 Now Productions, who, of course, are the dynamic duo team.
Haven't done that well.
We said their name. So
before you go, I think we need to do something with Tyrus here. So he's basically saying he's going for free. I think.
Not sure. So
we might have to put a bet. We might have to put a bet on the line. We might have to put something on the line for if
he wants to come for free.
Yeah, if the Niners like either don't.
I think if the Niners win the Super Bowl, I will give away 5 free passes to Kaboom Con to whoever he wants me to give away.
Okay, and if
the Ravens win, he's got to buy 5 tickets.
He has to buy 5 tickets. Okay, and one for himself because those 5 one will have to be included for him. So
yes, and Jenny would like to know, Tyrus, are you 9?
It's sports.
That's right.
Jenny, don't get involved. It's sports. It's just that's guys become children when it comes to sports.
So, anyways, back to Kaboom Con. So September 7th, 10 a.m., 6 p.m., Carson City Community Center. Some of the activities, events that'll be taking place that day. We've got an art contest going on. We'll have 3 categories. Yeah, 3 categories: children up to 12, youth 13 to 17, and adults 18 plus. The theme of your art must be first edition humble beginnings. James, what's some examples of what that might mean?
We're talking about, like Clark Kent running through the cornfield. We're talking about, hey, if you gave me something crazy, like, I don't know, the X Mansion being built, I would love that actually, personally. You give me something like Luke in the helmet, learning to use his lightsaber, something crazy like that. That'd be dope.
I was thinking younger Luke on Tatooine, like learning how to harvest water.
Yeah, that could work.
The moisture farms.
Moisture farms.
So that's what we're looking for there. We've got the cosplay contest, 8 categories: DC, Marvel, Indies, which basically means anything aside from these major categories: Star Wars, Disney, anime, video game, and group.
Right.
So the convention, Kaboom Con represents the 7 pillars of pop culture entertainment. We
already have artists there. We have comic book people there. We have board games there. We have we're working on getting some.
There will be toys, and
there's toys. There's pretty much. Oh, there's books. We
got authors.
Yep. Authors.
The 7 pillars will be well represented. So again, if you haven't gotten your tickets yet,
get them.
That's okay. We have them. But I definitely would suggest.
We still have a lot of
do
them.
Do not wait.
Buy now.
No, maybe we should just charge extra at the door if we have to.
Well, 10 in advance, 20 at the door.
Yikes! Or at least 15.
And while you're at it, if you do plan to attend Kaboom Con, you could always in advance procure a Kaboom Con t-shirt.
Kaboom Con. Kaboom!
It's got the lovely logo. It also has the date on there. So
AKA made by none other than Jam, the artist.
Yes, the logo designed by Jam the Argus. Or, of course, I could be drinking my beer out of a frosty KaboomCon mug.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And as you've seen me wear in the past,
Wait, is it frosted? Is it actually like a frosted glass? You know what I'm talking
it
about?
is. Yeah.
Or is it just it gets is it frosty from the freezer or whatever?
The glass is frosted.
Frosted, okay. Frosted beer glasses.
Anyways, so with the new year coming in, and we've talked about some drinks that we're having, I did want to have some food as well. My wife made some lovely New Year's Day cookies, and they have. I'm sure she can comment away, telling us what the symbol means. I for the life of me, I know it's book, but I can't remember exactly what the translation is. In the Korean culture, there is a bowing ceremony that is done to celebrate the New Year's, where you get wisdom bestowed on you from elders, and you bow and you say "Sehe bok mane patiseo." So, anyways, chocolate.
Good.
Yes, indeed. So chocolate, as well as, let's see if I can get it to show up, pistachio.
Pistachio. So is it green? It looks.
There is a tint of green to it. Usually, pistachio cookies are actually. And evidently, I was holding it upside down. So I don't know. There's a couple. I don't know which. Can anybody tell me? I don't know. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't know. But evidently, it means blessings. Book means blessings. So Tyrus asks what it tastes like. Well, the pistachio cookie
tastes like pistachio.
Actually, not as much as you would think.
Oh.
And this is one of the things that we talked about for next go around. So it's weird. It uses whole pistachios that are like chopped up, but it also uses, and I'd never heard of this before, pistachio extract. What was that? You got a transformer in your room?
That was a desk.
I'm sorry, your desk is a transformer?
Yeah, it raises. It raises and lowers. I don't know how far it lowers down.
Daryl, now checking in over at YouTube, my coworker, he said they were tasty cookies equally, because I did, of course, bring him some.
Of course. Wait, how does he spell his name?
How does he spell his first name?
Yeah. Okay.
Why do you ask?
I was just
your
wondering.
Dad's name is Daryl.
Yeah, but my dad's name is spelled weird, anyways. So.
And Tyrus, keen observer, noticed that you have changed your angle again.
Yes, again. So this is a. I got a new setup. Actually, it'll probably change next week too, but. Not much from this one, but just a little bit from this one. I'm thinking because I just got this desk. My mom sent me money, so I was able to get desk, chair, and one of those mats for your rolling chairs. I was able to get one of those set up, and so I bought this desk, and so I'm thinking I might move it over, so that I have it's a little bit more.
And Daryl does confirm Darryl. How does your dad spell it?
Dayrll. So it's actually kind of like Dayrell.
But he pronounces it Daryl?
Yeah.
That's very Anyways.
Stupid.
So yeah, these cookies, great. New Year. Did you do anything exciting?
I worked. It was actually thankfully, because Christmas was a nightmare. But yeah, New Year's Eve wasn't that busy. New Year's Day, that was an interesting day because it was slow, and then it picked up, then it got really busy, and then it just pretty much stayed really busy.
You know what I did New Year's Eve?
Nothing.
I actually was on the Pop Culture Kaboom radio show, in studio live for 3 hours. Had a lot of fun over there with those guys. We kind of did a year in review for 97 and Out Productions, talked about Murphy's Inc., talked about looking forward to Oak Bridge. Just had a lot of fun. I enjoy getting to spend time over there with those guys. And I definitely don't feel like I'm cheating on you. So that's good.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's all love. It's all love.
And James, we have a major announcement to make tonight here on the Fat and Black Connection.
Yeah, we do.
You want to tell the folks what it is?
Ladies and gentlemen, we here at 97 to Now Productions are proud to present another fun-filled cruise, baby.
That's right. We're going on again. We're going with NCL. They do us right, man. They take care of groups. That's the one thing. Because I did the research. I contacted multiple different cruise lines.
He did that.
NCL, they take care of groups, and that's
everybody
what we're
else was. Here. Everybody else was like, "Oh yeah, we can do this, but it's gonna cost. We don't do that much for. Oh, you get this, and it's like, nah, it still doesn't match up.
We're gonna give you a plate of chocolate covered strawberries. Literally, that was
one of them.
Yeah.
Like, nah. But like with NCL, I mean, they're giving us what food vouchers. They're giving us $100
short excursion vouchers.
Yeah, $100 on board
ship credit. Drink package,
internet. Like you can. There's a couple different things, but like when if you joined us on the Alaska cruise. Excuse me, my ear itches. If you joined us on our Alaska cruise, we still have our same cruise consultant, Terry Scoville. Is that how I say? Is that how you say it?
Scoville.
Scoville. Yeah, Savolto. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, sorry, my bad, Terry. Anyways, but he pretty much remembered. If you went on an Alaska cruise, he pretty much has some of the, I guess, the same selections that we made the last time. So he basically was just like, oh, I know you had this last time. You want that. You want the food vouchers. And so he pretty much was just like, he already kind of knows what you want. If you're new, by all means, this is going to be an experience of experiences.
Something you left out there.
What's up?
Is the fact that we're a part of a group and that we're booking so far out. This is 25 months from now. So the important thing, the dates that we're looking at. Oh,
my bad.
February
16th
through
through March 3rd. 2026. You got time, people. So
25 months. You got 25 months to save and plan.
You want to get in on this one.
But because we're booking so far out, more than 450 days, on top of, if you get an ocean view or greater, ocean view to balcony, if you will, you will get an additional 15% off your room.
15.
Obviously, there are some exceptions, like if you're doing the Haven or an aft balcony, there are exceptions. But if you are doing an ocean view room or a balcony room, 15% off. If you're doing an interior room or even a solo single suite, you're still going to get a discount. I think it's 5%. But
like this is the one. This is one where I made sure I was like, yo, nah. With what we're going to be doing, I need a balcony room.
So what are we doing? Where are we going?
Where are we going? Oh man, we start off this cruise from the lovely port of Miami. No, I don't know. Hopefully Miami's not like Bad Boys. Like how Bad Boys was in the movie. But I'm really excited because I've never been to Miami. And then we will be going down to South America. We will be hitting a couple ports there. We'll be going through the Panama Canal, which is going to be an experience. That is an all-day trek, people, too. Coming up to Mexico, and we will be deportation is disembarkation. That's what I'm talking about. Something deportation. Disembarkation is in LA. So we actually will be traversing through the Panama Canal from Miami to LA. So
and we'll go through the stops in a minute, but it is a 15-day cruise on the Norwegian Bliss. Yeah, get back to work. And Daryl does say that it's close to Bad Boys. Daryl has been there.
Yeah.
From Miami, if I remember correctly. I'm
Daryl,
sure he'll correct me.
Daryl,
Or spent
you coming on
copious
this
amounts of
cruise,
time
bro?
in Miami. I asked Daryl if he would be coming on the cruise. I just think he needs to be convinced.
Daryl, do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Really, it's
Well,
this,
and we do. Oh yes, so Daryl was born in Miami.
okay.
Daryl, you help us to increase our black quota. So please do come because we know we've got James and Tyrus.
Oh boy,
But it would be
we
nice,
need it.
and your father. So that gets us to 3. Daryl, bring it to 4. That's great. Actually, I would be a significant minority at that point.
Stupid.
Actually, out of all the people I know who have booked, I'm the only white person.
Yeah, I don't know. I contacted a couple people yesterday, so we'll see if I think.
Oh, and Daryl is not black.
Are you mulatto or something? Or
Mulatto.
I mean, that's half, but mulatto is a mixture of black and white.
So, anyways, going to the Panama Canal, Mexico, and Costa Rica from Miami, lose yourself among Cartagena's colonial architect, and he is just Daryl. So he doesn't help fill quotas. Fair enough. Lose yourself among Cartagena's colonial architecture, picturesque squares, and historic sites that offer a glimpse into the city's dramatic past that includes infamous pirates and the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh,
Then,
snap.
continue on Norwegian Bliss through the famous Panama Canal and marvel at this incredible feat of engineering. Outside of Cabo San Lucas, experience a one-of-a-kind excursion into the Mexican outback to ride a camel along a white sand beach and then savor traditional cuisine at a local ranch.
I kind of want to ride a camel, but the problem is that's going to probably interfere with my zip lining.
1 hump or 2 hump?
Nah, so actually the 2 hump camel, what is it? I can't remember what that camel's called, but those are only in part of the world. They're not like everywhere. The 1 hump camel is more common.
15 days, 8 ports, 1 amazing vacation. And as you can already see over here, a little snapshot. It was $29.98, and right now through tomorrow, it looked like cruise is half off.
Is that for what room is that for?
That's just in general. So it's probably quoting whatever the lowest general room is, right?
Room starting at.
Yeah, we'll get to the. But right now, as part of the group, you're going to get the unlimited open bar, free excursions. Really, what that means is $50 per port.
Yeah.
Free specialty dining, free Wi-Fi. Also, right now, this ends today, but right now you could get 50% off all cruises, free airfare. That's a pretty sweet deal, especially if you're a solo traveler or 2 people and you're not stressing about needing to be in first class or something. If you're cool with taking coach and free airfare, 2-for-1 deposits, risk-free cancellation, and they are offering Cruise First, which right now it's only $150. Will get you $300. Yesterday they were doing $250, got you $5, which is nice. I took advantage of that. So taking a look at where we're going, what it's going to look like from a day-to-day basis. And Daryl says zip lining is pretty, just gliding over the jungle canopy below.
Yeah.
And James, you'll be doing that. I
definitely will be doing that.
I might. We'll see. And Debbie DeMello checking in. NCL is our favorite. We're booked to cruise Europe. Nice. Well, you should plan to book to go Panama Canal.
Yeah.
25 months. You got plenty of time. So
in a long time either.
15 days, 8 ports, 1 amazing vacation. Day 1 is in Miami.
Party in the city with a heat.
You embark at 5 p.m. So, I plan to get into town probably the day before, get a hotel room close to the port, check out wherever I'm at. There's nothing much I want to see. So I'm just going to get in the day before to be safe and then get the earliest boarding I can get. Cause that's what we did last time, which was nice. Get on the ship super early, take it all in. Daryl says 2 days. Why,
That's what I was
Daryl?
thinking. I was thinking about 2 days, but I'm not. Like I said, it's a kind of up in the air right now for me
Yeah, I
because
just
there's. I think there might be a couple things in Miami I want to see, but
so they
kind of.
say Miami's amazing medley of cultures and flashy urban settings make it a scene to be seen. Visit the trendy Art Deco district of South Beach, Calle Ocho in Little Havana, the super upper scale neighborhoods of Coconut Grove and Coral Gables, and the unique ecosystem of the Everglades. Looking for a cruise from Miami? Check out our section of Caribbean cruises. Now I'm good with the Panama Canal. And Daryl suggests staying in the Gables or Fort Lauderdale.
Isn't that
The
far?
weather, I have no idea.
Yeah.
The weather in February, which is when we'll be there, average temperature is 63 to 75, average precipitation 2.2 inches. So we leave at, he suggests not going to South Beach. Wasn't planning on it.
I mean, the only reason I'd even want to go to South Beach is if the Heat happen to be playing when we're there, because I mean, it's during basketball season.
Even in
So
the city where the heat is on.
I would like to go see. I would,
I'm going to Miami.
would like to go see a Heat game if possible. That'd be kind of awesome.
Isn't that like playoff season?
February?
Oh no, it's end of season.
No,
But
that's still.
anyways,
February is still early.
so we leave out of Miami at 5 p.m., which will be nice to leave out of there at night and have that
see the lights.
have that party, that leaving the dock party and whatnot. And then we have two full days at sea. You know what that means?
We are going to that bar again.
The beer bar and drinking
Yeah.
every beer. We're going to spend maybe not all day, but we're going to spend a good amount of time and drink every beer at that bar.
Yeah. Oh, they play in downtown Miami. That's cool. Then I don't have to go that far. Because they say South Beach. I guess they may make it sound different. They say South Beach on TV.
Yes. So then we get into Cartagena, Colombia on Thursday at 7 a.m. So we're there from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So 10 hours. That's a good amount of time.
Did they say something about pirates there? Like there was pirates that ported there?
Yes.
That'd be awesome. I'd like to see something.
So the old walled city of Cartagena reflects a turbulent history of conquistadors and pirates. Climb Las Murallas for an unforgettable view of the harbor. Shop for emeralds and leather goods along the cobblestone streets of this enchanting city. Average temperatures 74 to 88. No rain.
Nice. That's the really no rain. That's weird. But no, I mean like we're right on the equator at that point, aren't we?
Close, not
Close
quite,
to it.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Then, so we leave out of Cartagena at 5 p.m. and we get to Colón, Panama, the next day at 9 a.m. till 8 p.m. 11 hours in Colón, Panama. So bear in mind, one of the reasons that we chose this cruise was because of the amount of time.
Yeah.
Because when we went on the last cruise, we didn't really pay attention to that as much. I'll be honest.
Well, we did early, but then things changed.
So Panama, 9 a.m., 8 p.m., sail into the Caribbean seaport of Colón and grab a good spot on deck so you can take in the view. What a picture it is. Behold the Atlantic Ocean entrance to the famous Panama Canal. Born from a desire to get to California and its gold rush as fast as possible, this industrious town was the last stop on the 19th century Panama Railroad. It's now home to Canal Zone's U.S. military bases and, of course, BUT. Average temperature 72 to 91.
Man, I'm just excited that we're going to these places because, I mean, there's a part that's like, yeah, you know what, I might be able to go to these places, but bro, to be able to do it all in one stop, I don't have to book multiple trips. I book one, and I get to see a number of if this picture is anything like that, bro, I'm down. I'm so down. I want to experience the music. I want to see the sights. If you've never experienced that Latin America the music of Latin America, bro, it is amazing.
For sure. So then we have our daylight transit Panama Canal. The important part here to me is the daylight transit, because who wants to transit at night and miss all of the wonder and splendor that there is? Experience one of the world's best shortcuts. Journey 40 miles through the Panama Canal for an unforgettable experience. Witness firsthand one of the world's man-made shortcuts that has changed travel and transport of goods worldwide.
You know, it's so crazy. Think about this. Like back in the day, right? Like before this was created, these guys had to go all the way around
Mm-hmm.
South America to get back up. Now you can just go straight across,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it made getting stuff there a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Made getting so it didn't probably cost as much. You made just way easier to do stuff, get stuff done.
For sure.
Thanks, shortcuts. Well, I mean, but the making of the Panama Canal was hellacious. Just if you
A lot of
haven't,
If you haven't
there's a
read the
documentary.
history, there are documentaries, there are books.
I watched the documentary on the creation of the Panama Canal, and I was like, yikes.
Yeah, a lot of deaths on that one.
Yeah, well, mosquitoes.
Well, yeah. So
malaria will do that to you.
So here's the important thing to point out. At the point where we do this daylight transit, that's only day 6 out of 15.
Day 6 at 15.
So then we've got a day at sea.
Yeah.
Then we head into Punta Arenas, Puerto Caldera, Costa Rica.
Beep, beep, beep.
Just a few miles from Puerto Caldera is Punta Arenas, where stunning beaches, an array of wildlife, and streets lined with restaurants, bars, and cafes await. Carrara National Park is a must for nature lovers and features ancestral trees and secondary forests, perfect for spotting wildlife such as crocodiles, 400 plus species of birds, including colorful scarlet macaws. Or switch gears and party with the locals at Jacko, about 30 miles south. There, find sun, fun, and sand with plenty of bars and places to grab a bite. The weather, average temperature 76 to 88, average precipitation 6.5 inches, sorry.
Yearly. But no, the one thing.
No, average monthly 6.5
monthly?
inches in a month.
Sheesh.
Costa Rica is great according to Daryl.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of a nerd because every time I think about Costa Rica, I think that's where you stop on your way to Jurassic Park or Jurassic World, basically.
Gotcha.
That was the stop before.
And he says they've been doing ecotourism forever.
Yeah, so I've watched like a little bit of a video of zip lining in Costa Rica, and I was like, nah, gotta do that. Definitely gotta do that.
Next up, day at sea. There's a lot of days at sea at this cruise, which is nice because you really get to the time to, because I don't feel like with the Alaska cruise that we had the time to really appreciate the ship.
Yeah, I mean, like, because we spent like oh my god, like the first few days were just choppy as hell. So it was just like I mean, like I didn't feel as much as other people felt it, but I definitely did feel it. Like it was just like oof.
Mm-hmm.
But with the nice thing about the Caribbean is that it's not as deep. So even those days at sea, I mean, yeah, it won't be nearly as choppy because of the depth of the water. But it should get, it should be real nice. And then, once we get through to the Pacific Ocean, yeah, it might be a little different there, of course, but we'll see.
So then we head into Wednesday into and I forgot to mention in Punta Arenas, Costa Rica, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., 13 hours.
Sheesh. Okay.
So now we go to Puerto Quetzal in Guatemala. That is 7 a.m. to 8 p.m., 13 hours. This port city was constructed in 1984 to help connect nearby cities. Travelers often venture out to Antigua, a 90-minute trek to where 17th century colonial facades beckons and Guatemalan history comes alive.
That's crazy. That is a very new city. when you think
Yes.
about it.
The weather, average temperature, 69 degrees to 87 degrees.
69 is a low. That's wonderful.
So then we got another day at sea, and then we head into Acapulco, Mexico.
Acapulco.
Excuse me. That's 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. It's 11 hours.
Is there horseback riding there?
That's what it would appear to be. As one of Mexico's oldest coastal tourist destinations, Acapulco has much to offer both tourists and traveler. Shop, swim, or simply take a siesta on the beach.
Oh.
But be sure not to miss the legendary La Quebradra cliff divers. Whatever.
Oh, that's there?
That is so. If you remember the film we watched, Three Caballeros, when we were doing our Disney series, and there's the cliff divers and all that stuff. That is here.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, I'd love to see that, bro. Those guys are nuts.
Indeed. So then we have a day at sea, and then the shortest stop on our cruise, Cabo San Lucas. This is a tender port, and for those of you that don't know what that means, a tender port is where, in order to get to the port, you don't actually dock at a dock.
Boat.
You dock out in the water, and you have to get on a boat to go to the dock.
Pier. Yeah.
So it takes a little bit. So this one is our shortest stop. It's 6:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. So still not. I mean, it's 7.5 hours. Still a decent amount of time. But this is where staying in the haven, getting that priority disembarkation
would be nice. Yeah.
Can really pay off.
Right.
So Cabo San Lucas, Cabo's signature landmark is El Arco, the Arch, a rock formation at the tip of the land's end. This jewel of the Baja Peninsula is famous for its world-class sport fishing, as well as its high-end resorts and exclusive gated communities that line an area simply called the Corredor.
Yeah. I hear some of these stone arches and things like that, these natural stone arches, things like that are starting to disintegrate.
Yeah. The weather, average temperature 55 to 77. Average precipitation, 1.1 inches. Then we have a day at sea, and finally we disembark in Los Angeles, 9:30 a.m. On Tuesday, March 3rd. Check out the scene at Venice Beach, spot a celebrity or two on Rodeo Drive, take a walk down the Hollywood Walk of Fame, explore the La Brea Tar Pits or Getty Center, or spend the day at one of LA's world-famous theme parks.
I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm going home. The weather. The weather in February, average temperature 49 to 69, average precipitation 5.1 inches.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I definitely would love to be able to see like Venice Beach and all that stuff because but I can. That's a 4-hour drive.
I mean, you got to remember that we are worldwide, and
worldwide.
So we may have people coming on this cruise
That's
that
true.
have never been.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I mean, like, and they do have some amazing theme parks down there. Don't get me wrong. But that's
Daryl's calling out the Getty Center. Getty. No idea what it is.
Where is that? What is it? Yeah.
Don't know. We'll have to look it up, I suppose.
Yeah, no, but no, I'm definitely like I said, LA. It's like we get there. I've been to LA. I would. There's parts of LA I haven't seen, of course, but the tar pits are kind of weirdly interesting. But yeah, no, I'm like I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Like Terry was like, "Oh, do you want to do like a day in LA?" I was like, "Nope."
So next up, we've got our itinerary map. This kind of shows what we just laid out, the path that we're going, Miami, down between.
Wait, sorry.
Go ahead.
Before you wait, how many days is it at sea to start? 2
days at sea to start. So we're going to pass through the Dominican Republic and Cuba, keep coming down until we get to Cartagena.
Before I think it said like 3, but when we originally looked at this a while back.
I don't know. We got the Fat Kid, Gear Daily Jeff, check it in. Tar pits are dope.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, you going on this cruise, bro? I don't know if you can, man, you might be able to bring your dog because I mean, but
make it happen, Jeff. Make it happen.
Come on.
And I guess the Getty Center is art museums.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You know, the one thing I do want to see, I mean, I just have to go down and see it, but that is it the
What's good, Jimmy?
Music
Welcome
hall?
to the show. we talked about me being on there this weekend. So thank you again for having me on your show. We'll have to get you over here again soon.
Yeah. The music, I want to say it's like I think Disney runs it or something like that. But the music hall down in downtown.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Pantages Theater, Disney has a lot to do there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anytime. Okay. I'll be there this Sunday. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So looking at the itinerary map. So what do you need to know? Check. None of this matters. We're not going to look at this. But anyways, this shows you kind of the path that we're going down to Cartagena, to Cologne, through the Panama Canal, up to Punta Arenas, up to Puerto Quetzal, up to Acapulco, to Cabo San Lucas, to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles.
And each of these arrows, just so that you know, if it's not a stop, but you see an arrow, generally that means a day at sea. So just bear that in mind. So then here we go. Dates and prices. So we know the dates.
Mm-hmm.
We already said them. March 16th to Tuesday.
No.
March,
February.
I'm sorry, February 16th. Monday, February 16th to Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. So we can see some of the pricing. These are, of course, the lowest by option. So an inside room is $1,500 right now, which for a 15-day cruise where it's all you can eat, all you can drink, like $100 a day.
Not bad at all.
That's cheaper than staying at a hotel just about anywhere.
That's cheaper than a trip to Disneyland.
Oh, that is certainly cheaper than a 3-day trip to Disneyland. Ocean View, and I would highly recommend, like, obviously, if you want to do it on the cheap and you just want to go because you want to do the experience, then yeah, do it on the cheap. Do that inside room.
Yeah.
If you've got 2 people, that's the way to go. If you're a single solo guest and you want to do a studio room, that might be the way to go for you. James, you can talk to that a little bit. You did a studio room on our Alaska cruise.
Yeah, no, it's studio. The Disney Hall. Thank you, Daryl. Appreciate you. It's a concert hall. Anyways, the studios are great. I mean, it's just like you kind of have your own space. It's a lot quieter. It's it's like in the middle of the ship. It's a few floors. I think it was like 4
They're
floors.
called decks.
Decks, whatever. Yeah, it's like 4 different decks. You have your own little lounge area.
The solo lounge, where there's like food and treats.
Yeah, it's not like, don't get it twisted. It's not like like food. It's like they bring out like some desserts. They'll have some like pastries and stuff like that. They'll have some fruit.
So you're saying it's not quite as posh as the Haven Observation Lounge,
right? It's not that, but it's definitely. I mean, it's definitely cool to just be in your own kind of. It's a secluded spot. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got there. Like I said, there's drinks down there. There's wine for purchase. There's I'm sorry. There's wine for purchase. They have sodas, juice.
So let me understand that though, because so you could go up to one of the bars and get a glass of wine for free, or you could pay for it there. Is that?
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a wine drinker, so I didn't.
I guess if you really need that wine fix and you don't feel like going up or down a couple.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is and I don't know if you pay for it and it comes off, or if it just kind of if they already see if you buy it and then it you scan your card or whatever and then it says like you already have the drink package so it's free. I don't know, but yeah, there's wine available. There's drinks of juice and stuff like that. I don't remember if there was sodas. I don't think there was sodas down there, but I know there's juice at least. And then they had like cookies and fruit, and like they'll have like pastries, like breakfast pastries in the morning, and then like dessert pastries from the afternoon on. Yeah, it was a cool little spot. It was nice. They have like some board games and stuff like that down there. Didn't really partake in that, but yeah.
But the nice thing is, generally, everyone else in that area are all solo cruisers as well, and so it's NCL has really made this to be like if you're a single person and you want to go on a cruise, they've made it possible. Where in the past, most cruise lines charge you an arm and a leg to be a solo cruiser.
Right. And so like that's the nice thing is that they really make sure they take care of you. They actually have programs for people who are cruising solo. So like if you're like, yeah, I was with a group, but like I was
You did some of the solo stuff.
I did a lot of the solo stuff because we were able to kind of just go on our own, met some cool people, whatever, and we would meet up and kind of just chat and talk about like what was going on. We'd go to we would go to dinner together, we would go see shows, we would go do certain things together. So
and from a room perspective, it's maybe not the swankiest, but it's functional.
It's super functional. Like pretty much you have, like if you have the opportunity, go on YouTube and watch the videos. I don't know if we posted them on the page last time, but just watch the videos of these studio rooms, because honestly, like I was like, man, and I think Tyrus, he said one of his friends had done it, and they said they were cramped. I had zero problem. It was,
and you're a big guy.
Yeah,
you're like Danny Har from Hard Travel, who, if you're gonna watch any of the videos,
watch
the Hard Travel.
Yeah,
they do a great job.
He's like 6'4". He's like 6'4". So I'm just like 2 inches shorter than him. But like the bed, it's nice. There's a little TV. You got 2 things of storage. Your suitcases and stuff can fit real nice under the bed. That's what I pretty much did. I unloaded some of the stuff, put it in the closets. You have the shower. Don't get me wrong, shower is a little small, but it's a cruise. So I mean, it's not
in a regular room. The showers are a little
small.
The
showers aren't that big. So
in the Haven, it was nice, but
right. So like the showers aren't that big. I mean, I saw the showers in one other room, or 2 other rooms. Yours was actually pretty big. But for the most part, it's tight fit. But like I say, I'm not like super thin or anything, and I had no problem moving around. It's just you got to do some finagling with turning and washing and stuff like that. But you're good. The nice thing is that the toilet's off to the side. Don't get me wrong, it's not an airport. It's not an airplane toilet, but it's pretty tight in there sometimes. So there's a couple times I had to leave.
So what you're saying is, if you really need to drop that deuce, maybe go up deck.
Yeah, if you want to, but honestly, like if anytime I had to take a deuce, I was able to do it in the room, and it wasn't that big a deal. Just kind of open the door a little bit, maybe just
fair enough.
Turn the fan on.
Fair enough.
But other than that, they're nice rooms. Like I said, they're a little on the small side. So if you're claustrophobic, maybe not. Then that's the wrong word, because they're not
cruise
small.
Rooms in general are pretty small.
Yeah, but if you really, if you feel like you need the space, spring for another room. But
yeah, I mean, true. Like I think that room size is maybe the size of like 3 elevators. Like when you think about your average elevator that you get inside of, the room is maybe 3 or 4 elevators in.
Yeah, it's not, like I said, it's not huge, but like for me, it's all I needed. Like I wasn't.
And you're a big guy. You're a tall guy. You're a big guy. Like I came into your room and I checked it out, and you and I were both in there. We were able to move by each other. Like it wasn't.
And the thing is, for me, like when I'm on a cruise, the only reason I even want a balcony room on this cruise is because of the scenery that we're going to be seeing, going through, things like that. Other than that, like if it wasn't that, I would have maybe got or it doesn't seem like studios are available right now. But
no, it's because I have it, because it's set up right now for me because I'm logged in.
Oh, okay. But
so
yeah,
I'm not a solo cruiser.
Right. So if, for example, if I was going to do this again, I might do a solo cruise, because the only time I was in there, I was literally in there to sleep, to kind of just chill, just, take a break, chill, and just maybe take a nap or whatever. And that's it. And then other than that, I was all over the ship. So
yeah. And the important part here to also call out with these prices is this is per person. So $14.99 if you do an inside room, that they're assuming you're going to do 2 people. So it's really, $2,900. So
right.
Just bear that in mind. Next up, Ocean View is what it is. It's a little bit bigger room with a porthole so you can look outside. Mostly lower decks. Not my recommendation. Balcony, especially since it's only $700 more per person or $1,400 for a couple. That's I think where it's at, and you're getting 15% off on top of that. So $28.49. Take off another
Spa
15.
Suites already sold out, bro.
No, so I talked to Terry about this. So the spa, they actually have removed the group of spa suites. They just haven't taken it off of their their website. So they're just not doing them anymore because they found that it's not as worthwhile as because what would happen is people would book spa rooms, but then they weren't using the spa. And part of the problem is they sell spa passes based on the rooms that get booked, right? So if all the spa rooms get booked, they're expecting those people are going to be using the spa regularly.
Right.
I can say we did a 7-day cruise, and me and my wife, we went to the spa, I think 3 or 4 days out of the 7. So we used it. I loved it. So now it's you can buy a spa package, and they're actually increasing it. Instead of it being the 60 days out like it was before, you could actually buy the spa pass much further out in advance. But you do have to pay for it at the time you get it. It's fully refundable.
Yeah.
But you can book it. I think he said a year out.
Can you do like single days or?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Yeah. See, that's what I'm thinking. I might do because I might do like a day or two just because it's, don't get me wrong, like on the Bliss, the spa is kind of killer. Like they got like they have chairs so you can,
the snow room,
and they have the out, they have the windows off the front so you can see out those
out the back.
Was that the back?
That's the back of the ship.
Oh,
it's called the stern. Yes,
whatever, the stern of the ship. Yeah, they have the window, the whole floor to ceiling windows back there so you can see that. It's nice views. They have the different rooms that you can check out. Did you
go there with me at all?
No, I went with Andy.
So my favorite part of the spa is the pool where it has the different massage aspects.
Oh yeah, that was nice because like the waterfall thing and stuff, that was pretty dope.
Well, I didn't even understand how that thing worked and how to use it on like your shoulders and stuff until near the end of the cruise.
Oh,
but
man,
what was really cool was being in there when the ship was a rocking and like it was like crash pool. It was so cool.
Yeah, no, I mean it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. Just kind of seeing what they had. Hey, that with the rain, I think they called it like a rain room or something like that with the shower heads and stuff like that all over the place, bro. That was crazy cool.
The snow room, man, I'm telling you.
I didn't do the snow room or the salt room. I didn't do that one either.
The salt room was interesting. It very much like opened up your pores and
I know that's
it was an experience to say the least.
Like I said, I think for this cruise especially, like I might get if I can get like a 2-day pass in there or something, I'll probably.
You might want to look at what it costs just because from a price perspective. Well, I know they offer a week, whole cruise, and like day passes. So
I know I want to do it whole cruise. So I mean, but just like a day or two.
And if the ship is a rockin', don't come a knocking.
Did they have
correct, sir?
Hey, and that was different. Like the massages and stuff, that was all different, right?
Yeah. So massages were a separate thing. Remember, I got my shave and a haircut.
That was nice. And a haircut.
Like part of me wants to just let it all go until the next cruise. I don't think I can, but
no, but I mean that was what 100 and something.
Yeah, it was like $150 for shave and a haircut. It was nice. It was an experience for sure.
Yeah, because I mean he talked. You said he talked you through everything, all the tonics.
After tipping him and stuff, it was more like 2 bills, not 2 bits. So then, so we talked about the spa room.
Bits.
So here's the thing: the spa rooms are basically, excuse me, a balcony room with spa access. So that's what those were, but they're not really doing it anymore.
Okay.
And then you have your club balcony suite for a little bit more, $600 or so. Those are just the larger balcony rooms that are at the higher decks.
Yeah.
They're nice, don't get me wrong, but to me, I think your best value is still going to be here in this balcony room. And then the Haven,
8 G's right now.
The Haven, the cheapest Haven is 8 G's per person, which we're not going to go into the Haven today. Aside from, I will only mention that I did the Haven on the Alaska cruise. It is a ship within a ship. It is an amazing experience. You got to come eat at the Haven restaurant. I brought you and Tyrus one day.
Delicioso.
Amazing food.
Yeah.
It has its own swimming pool, its own hot tub, its own bar, its own restaurant. You have a concierge. You have your own butler at your room.
You get a phone to communicate with this person.
You get your own cell phone to talk to your butler. It is an experience. It is an expensive experience. It is first class. You get priority embarkation, priority disembarkation.
Actually, and then you have at the port you actually have a lounge to get little snacks and stuff.
Yeah. So there are immense benefits that come along with being in the Haven.
Mhm.
So I don't want to downplay that. You get your own private section for viewing when you go to see shows.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
it's,
So I mean,
yeah.
I don't. By no means am I poo-pooing it. The Haven is an amazing experience. It is expensive. It is a first-class experience. Head and shoulders.
And the special garbage elevator.
And Jenny is right. So she mentions the special garbage elevator. This was hilarious. So at our first port, when we got, what was our first port? Was it Juneau? I think.
Juneau.
So we went to the Haven
Capital city.
to meet up for our priority disembarkation. And what they do is they take you into an employee area where there's express elevators to take you straight down to get off the ship. Except the elevator that they were putting us on was marked for garbage only.
That's awesome.
So, no, not at all,
Oh,
actually.
That's good.
And so,
Write the shit out.
and same thing when we did the show, when we went to see whichever show we went to see, right?
Did
we
you
would meet.
see both of them? Or
Yeah,
all?
we saw both shows, Jersey
Yeah.
Boys and Six.
Okay.
We would meet in the Haven, and then they would walk us over to this employee
Garbage elevator.
area with the garbage elevator and take us straight to the floor with where the show was, and take us off straight into the theater. It was, again, just an amazing experience. I'm not going to downplay it because it is an amazing experience. It is an expensive experience, but if you are looking for an experience of a lifetime, I can't say enough about it. I will say our butler sucked. He was not.
I heard that because Andy was telling me the same thing. He was saying that like trying to get a hold of this person was difficult, if not damn impossible.
Yeah, everyone else I was very impressed with. I was very happy with.
Let me tell you something. That restaurant staff was insane. Like we thought. So when Tyrus and I went to dinner with Mark and Jenny, we thought this dude was joking, right? We thought because he said you want dessert, and we were like, yeah, we'll get this, this, and this, and this. And he was like, oh, you just want me to bring all of them? And we were like, okay, whatever, bro. No, he brought everything. like we ordered some, we ordered extra stuff, and and they were really cool about that. They brought
2 lobster tails instead of 1.
Yeah, they were just,
multiple entrees. You can get as many entrees as you want. I very often would get the prosciutto wrapped lamb, and then also steak and lobster.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like it was hilarious because we literally thought this man was joking. Like when we were like, he was like, "Oh, I'll just bring you one of everything," and we were like, "Yeah, okay." We thought literally we're just gonna get the stuff that we ordered, but no, he brought every dessert they had.
And Jenny is calling out Guion, who was the concierge of the Haven. Guy was awesome. I can't say enough about when you wanted to know, okay, we're going into this port. What is there to do? He would, if you wanted, he would set you up with a specific excursion. If it was available, like it was just, I can't say enough. It is expensive, but from a value standpoint, the only thing that I would complain about is my butler, but I didn't even need him that much. Yeah. There were only 3 times that I tried to use him, one of which was difficult. So really, that's not a bad batting average, right?
Right.
I'm not going to sit here and beat him up, but to the same extent, that was the only disappointing aspect. Let's move on.
You
Let's
didn't
talk
get the-
about
You didn't get the Disney experience.
let's talk about the staterooms and accommodations. So we talked about the Haven, we talked about the club balcony suite, the ocean view, the balcony, spa suite. Spa suites are also nice. That's something I forgot to mention, that they
Yeah.
have their own jacuzzi tub in the room. And you, of course, saw the one that I had, because when Jenny and I went on the Alaska cruise, we had a spa suite,
Yeah.
a Haven spa suite.
Yeah.
And the studio where you stayed, as you can see, like, it's nice because you don't. Here's what's interesting: if you stay in an interior room, which costs more, you don't get this little window, and it's not a true window because it's not looking
Oh,
outside, but it's
wait,
a television
what?
screen.
You know?
No, if you stay in an interior room, you don't get that.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
Nah.
inside rooms. Look, this is an inside room.
Oh, well, damn. No, like that TV was kind of cool because you could see what's going on outside. I mean, I don't remember what port it was, or what side we were looking out of, because it was like a camera or whatnot. But that was cool because if you close it, it goes off. If you open it, you can see. And then the TV also had like different ship views based on, like on the channels.
Yeah. So again, it's a functional room. It's not aesthetically beautiful or anything like that, like this Haven room up here. But
It's definitely not that, for sure.
Yeah.
But
And again, in a later episode, we will probably, as we get closer to the cruise and stuff, we'll talk about this stuff more in depth and detail. We'll look at each of the rooms.
listen, all you need to know is that the food is delicious.
And actually, as a matter of fact, hey, we're gonna have to do this on this
I'm
cruise,
doing
by
that.
the way.
Sure, because last time I missed it, and I'm mad that I missed
Yeah,
go-kart.
the Speedway on the Bliss.
It was
We're
weird.
gonna-
It's like I didn't know it just like the timing of it, and then like the weather. It was just weird.
Yeah, and to be fair, it was closed a lot. There were difficulties. I don't think we're gonna have that issue on this
So
cruise.
that's the thing. That's one of the things I asked Terry about when I called him yesterday. I said, "Yo, listen, when we went on this Alaska cruise, a lot of the excursions were canceled, things like that." And he was like, "Yeah, so you don't have to worry about this one. This cruise, the Alaska cruise, it was kind of an anomaly because it went so early that a lot of stuff wasn't open." And so he was like apologetic for that. Not really, he didn't need to, but I understood why. But at the same time, he was like, "Yeah, you won't have that problem because like those months that you guys went for Alaska, that's like their tourism time. When you're going like Costa Rica and Mexico, those places are like always
All year
touristy.
round.
Yeah. So I mean, and because you saw the weather, like what? You don't even need to worry about it. So yeah. So I mean, so that's the one thing. If people who went on the Alaska cruise might be concerned because excursions got canceled, I know a couple people had issues with that, and I totally understand.
We did, Jenny and I. We had an
that's right.
excursion get canceled.
Yeah. So there was excursions that got canceled and things like that, and I totally understand why that might turn you off. But this one, you will not have to worry about that. That is not.
We're not going to put a blanket statement like that because we don't have control over any of that.
Right, we don't have control over that. But
we've been advised that there is a significantly less percentage.
Right, I can't say
that happening.
They're not going to be canceled because there very well could be some that change around or whatnot. But
yeah, you never know. A freak hurricane could happen. That
right. So for the most part, we should be okay with the excursions. Yes. So if that was one of your concerns from the last cruise, hopefully if you decide to join us on this one, which I think you should, that should not be a huge issue. If anything, maybe a couple might get canceled or whatnot.
Yeah. So moving on, we get to dining. We're not going to go into every specific restaurant today.
That is a lie.
Hold on. We'll get there. Sorry. We're just going to talk at a high level. So dining, serving a wide variety of culinary delights to please every palate. Our complimentary dining options include 3 main dining rooms, a help yourself buffet, and a variety of casual cafes, grills, and on-the-go choices.
Yeah.
Plus, our main dining rooms offer a menu that changes daily.
Which,
Chefs,
it's crazy. Is that all of them change like daily? Like we thought.
That's not true. The Haven menu was static. It was pretty much the same.
Okay.
Breakfast was the same. Lunch was the same. Dinner was the same.
Well, in that case, but like when I went to the different rooms, like the different restaurants, like the menus actually kind of jumped restaurants, which was kind of weird. But
Oh, so the different restaurants would have different menus the same day?
No, yeah. So they would have like there was like in
So over in the
in
Manhattan room, you could get one meal that might not be available at one of the other
yeah,
ones?
and I think that for some reason I feel like the menus kind of rotated between those restaurants.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, that's what because like when we talked about it, we thought that they had like the same. It was like this is the menu all the time kind of deal at those places, but it wasn't. It like changed, and like I went to because I went after I saw Jersey Boys or Six, one of those or whatever. I went to the Manhattan room on my own, and I will tell you, the view is amazing. The scenery is kind of cool, but like I was just like, yo. I asked them, I was like, yo, can I get this and this? And they were like, we got you. so that whole thing of like, the entrees, you can get extra. It's not a big deal. Like all you have to do is ask. And
Mhm.
remember, closed mouth don't get fed. So all you gotta do is ask. What's the worst thing gonna say? No. And I doubt they're gonna tell you no, because
Right? Chef's signature dishes are carefully selected wine recommendations, guaranteeing a different culinary adventure with every visit. And of course, the restaurant they show here is what they call Moderno. And I'm confused because, as far as I'm aware, there is no Moderno on the Bliss.
so mad.
That might be changing by 26, right?
And I
That's-
hope it does. I
because
really
this-
hope it does.
Because Moderno certainly was not there when we went.
Most certainly was not, because I
and
would
just-
have been there for
Just
sure.
so that folks know, Moderno is a Brazilian barbecue restaurant.
Yo.
So
Oh my god.
if that is there and on this cruise,
I need that place right now.
the other ones that they highlight, Food Republic and Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue being the seafood restaurant, Food Republic, it's a weird infusion type restaurant.
So the thing I think I want to do this time, like honestly, what I really want to do is I want to do the barbecue place. If this place is there, for sure. I don't know if I want to go to that Mexican restaurant because it was kind of just meh.
I can't recommend enough the French restaurant. I
Oh,
will be
the-
going there again.
Right.
The bistro,
I think because I know we went to
teppanyaki,
Teppanyaki,
Cagney's.
and someplace else. But no, that's what I did. Anyway,
You came to the Haven.
yeah, I did come to the Haven. That was nice. But what I'm saying is, as far as like what I think I want to do this time, I think I want to go to use my vouchers for. I would like
And
to
you
go
get
back.
three
Yeah.
on this cruise.
I would like to go back to Cagney's. I would like to go to. I would like to go to the barbecue spot too. And the third one I'll figure out. If this place is available, best believe it's gonna happen.
So my understanding is the ships that have Moderno don't have Cagney Steakhouse.
Oh, that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
But if they don't, honestly, like if by the time we go, this is on the. I'm like you can see me pointing to it. If Moderno's is on there, best believe I will be going there.
Agreed, 100%.
Because if you've never been to a Brazilian steakhouse, bruh.
Well, and the nice thing about doing the group cruise is that we have the ability to book a group and say, okay, we want to do Moderno on this day at this time. And I'm able to, as the group organizer, the cruise conductor, if you will, I'm able to organize that
Right.
and get that stuff set up. So you don't have to worry about getting it booked like the day that all the restaurants are available.
Sorry, speaking of which, did you reach out to Ottostetter?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Yeah. So next up, we got the bars and lounges. With so many bars and lounges to discover, finding your favorite may take a few days. Pull up a stool on the waterfront and pair a new vintage with soothing waves at the Cellars, the wine bar. A Michael Mondavi family wine bar. Grab a freshly muddled mojito, James, at Sugarcane Mojito Bar, or let your hair down at the District Brew House.
Yeah.
Offering dozens of varieties of bottled and draft beers on tap.
Get there early.
We will be going day 2.
Early.
Day 2, I think, or 3. I think day 2. I think we got to go day 2.
Yeah, because because then we can. And the thing is, we can spread the drinks out more. That's all I'm saying. Spread the drinks out more.
I don't know. We were there for a good almost 4 hours.
Yeah, and I was obliterated.
But we weren't even like we were splitting a can of beer 4 ways.
I know. I drank a lot. I don't drink that much anymore. Like that was probably
I don't either.
you don't either, but like I oh my god, I was so wasted.
Yeah, I was not obliterated. I was good.
Yeah, I was white girl wasted, bro.
So then we've got entertainment.
Are these the shows that are going to be?
Hold on.
Sorry.
Top off your spectacular days with legendary nights. Perfect your dance moves and sing along with the Four Seasons in a Tony Award-winning musical. Beatles fans can rock out in the famous Liverpool nightclub where the band played. And don't miss Six, the award-winning musical that has taken the theater world and the charts by storm.
Hope those change.
Yeah, those this is all the exact same stuff that was there when we went on the Alaska cruise. I'd like to see Jersey Boys again. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
And you know what's crazy is that I was trying to figure out, I was like, why are these shows so short? And it's because, like you said, they take the intermission. I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, there's no intermission. I think, and there's no real scene changes. They kind of just plow through the show.
They
Right?
most certainly do.
And I get it. People spending time in the theater, they're not spending time potentially spending money at the casino or in the restaurants or whatever, right?
Get them in, get them out of here quick.
Yeah, and I appreciate that.
I mean, as a theater guy, I mean, I definitely like.
And Daryl's disappointed, no Fosse, because he likes to have the poo on his hands.
These aren't jazz. These are jazz.
Spirit fingers.
These aren't spirit fingers. These are spirit fingers.
Yeah. So I enjoyed Jersey Boys. You know what? I would even watch Six again.
If that's what's available, I'll go.
Yeah. If that's what there is, I'm gonna go see them again.
I definitely plan on trying to see if the comedy spot is open again. I'm definitely going to see some more comedy shows.
Yeah, I didn't go to any of this last time. I kind of want to. I definitely want to do karaoke again.
I might have to go to that first. I may have to go hit that first art show up again too. See if I can get some free art out of that.
Okay, activities. We've got interested in a little excitement. Burn rubber at the racetrack and then challenge your friends or family to some friendly competition on the Aqua Racer. Dare to whoosh over the side of the ship on the ocean loop before dodging lasers during an exhilarating game of laser tag.
Which is really weird because it's open air laser tag.
Want to get lucky? Bet it all at our award-winning casino at sea, where an electric atmosphere buzzes late into the night.
I'm cool.
So I definitely want to do racetrack. We didn't get to do it. It was shut down half the time, or more than half the time.
And it was only when we reported that it was open. And so it's like, we're not on the ship. Like,
laser tag. Definitely wanted to get a game.
I had the option to. I actually won tickets for that. I ended up leaving those tickets in my stateroom when I got off, because I was like, oh, here, if you stay in this room,
here's some laser tag tickets.
Yeah,
nice. And the ocean loop I wanted to do, but again,
was closed half the time.
Yeah. So there are things that I think on this cruise definitely, and that's where I mentioned, like, some people see it as a negative, so many days at sea. I see that as a positive.
It's super
really
positive,
get to take in the ship.
Because that's the thing. I think, and one of the things is I think we missed out because of where we were. I think the weather, the cold had a lot to do with why a lot of this stuff wasn't open.
Mm-hmm.
So we won't have that issue on this one.
Talking about the spa from earlier.
Yeah.
Feel free to slow down, way down, at our award-winning Mandara Spa.
Slow down.
Slide into relaxation with a hot stone massage. Just one of our over 50 specialty treatments offered. Let some steam off in the sauna, or recline into pampering with facials, giggity, manicures, pedicures, and more. Me time has never felt so good as on board Spa.
Yeah,
Spa lounge, the snow room.
Yeah, I need to check that out.
The thermal suite. Did you lay on any of these? They're nice and heated.
Oh no, I just kind of literally. I didn't even. Those were all taken up.
Oh man, those
Maybe
are
hot
nice
chairs.
because they're like hot almost, and so
Mhm.
you lay down, and you're like, ooh, and then you can take a little nappy poo.
Yeah, no, we the recliners. I didn't really sit in the recliners either. What we did, we got in the hot tub and kind of just walked around that. Got the jets, got the waterfall on the shoulders. The shower room, which was dope. Like I said, this or the rainforest room, whatever they call that thing. That was cool. And then, but next time, definitely, like I said, I want to get the pass for at least a couple days and go to the check out that salt room, snow room. It's things like that. So.
Lastly, here in this section, we've got onboard shopping. Forgot to pack something? No worries. Our gift shops on board carry everything you'll need to make your vacation incredible. Shop from a variety of souvenirs, cosmetics, clothing, snacks, and sundry items. Treat yourself at our duty-free shop, Giggity Duty. Shops full of fantastic savings on fine jewelry, accessories, perfume, liquor, and tobacco.
Liquor.
Hardly knew her.
Wrecked him.
Damn near killed him. And that's all we got for tonight because on this, baby. Because we can't go into excursions because they're not available yet. We're 25 months out. So you know, when we did the Alaska cruise, we were I think when we booked that, we were just over a year out.
Yeah.
So 25 months out is pretty significant.
Yo, we got anything else to talk about though?
We got a lot to talk about.
Let's get into it, bro.
All right, let's go some of our regular content. What in the blue hell?
No.
So for those of you that don't know, Steamboat Willie, the first Mickey Mouse cartoon, 1923, hit 95 years.
What do they call it?
I'm sorry, 1928 is when it came out.
They call it the Disney copyright laws or something like that.
Yeah, mostly because they extended it because of Disney. So it's 95 years is the copyright law now. And so Steamboat Willie came out in 1928. So 2024, January 1st, Steamboat Willie came into the public domain. And of course, what was announced immediately thereafter?
Idiots.
Steamboat Willie horror films. Multiple, as a matter of fact.
That one looks absolutely asinine. Like whoever is doing this needs to be like taken out into a square and beat.
And don't forget a Steamboat Willie horror video game.
Ugh. Oh God. I was trying to figure out what the hell that was, and that's jeez. Oh my God.
So did you finish What If?
I did.
I got to tell you.
Yo, question. I saw some crazy thing about there's an episode 9. I didn't actually watch the thing, but is that legit? False? What?
There are 9 episodes of What If season 2.
Then I only got. Hold on. Oh, I can't change that.
I'm very confused. So
continue. Just talk, and I'll figure it out myself.
So I gotta say, I was on Pop Culture Kaboom on Sunday, and one of the things we talked about was a year in review on like television and what shows were great and so much. And I brought up the fact that Marvel in general, I feel like this was a very bad year for Marvel.
Yeah, it wasn't a great year this year.
But the 2 highlights for me of Marvel in 2023 were Loki season 2, and What If season 2.
Yo,
What If season 2?
The ending was insane.
Like there were a couple of episodes early in the season.
Yeah, it was episode 9. Never mind. Okay.
So there were a couple of episodes early in season 2 that I felt like, okay, these are, the first episode we talked about this last week with Nebula was good. But then I felt like the next 2 or maybe even 3 episodes were kind of like,
no.
They felt...
So the Peter Quill one was okay. I enjoyed that. Look, I'm different. I enjoyed pretty much all the episodes. There was the one that was the 10 Rings. It was like kind of like but at the same time,
I love that episode.
But at the same time, once it
got
towards the end, I was like, I dig that.
but like, yeah, the only one for me that was was weird and almost was, I understand, and also the day it came out, I understand why they did that, was the Happy Hogan Saves Christmas. That was episode 3. And episode 4, which was good but kind of unnecessary, that was the Iron Man Clash with the Grandmaster.
That
But
one I
everything-
thought was enjoyable because it was an interesting experience of what if Tony didn't make it back through the portal, right? And
True.
I enjoyed that a lot.
Like I said, it was okay.
What did you
but
think of Kahori?
That was awesome.
New character. This is a brand new character. Never done. No comics. No nothing.
I absolutely love this character.
Yeah, I agree.
I dig the way, like, and actually the weird. Oh, sorry. Well, the crazy thing is that I, like sometimes, like I was doing stuff, and so like, but I actually had to almost kind of stop. I had to rewind a couple times because I missed some lines in there because a lot of it was done in
Subtext.
in text, with subtitles with the Mohawk. They actually used the Mohawk language. They used Spanish for the conquistadors in this episode, which was really cool to see. So, but she was great.
Yeah, I think frankly, this episode was probably my favorite of the whole season.
Yeah, I enjoyed her a lot.
And then, we have the 10 Rings episode, which, you are poo-pooing for some reason, but I
Not
actually
I'm
really
saying
enjoyed it.
It was good. I didn't really care for it until like the end.
And then we had the episode in 1602, which I really enjoyed this one because you had, Captain America as Robin Hood in essence.
Yeah.
You had, and it was interesting because this is where things really started coming together to understand what the arc of the season was.
Right.
You had Happy Hogan in this ridiculous like Sheriff of Nottingham type role.
Yeah, Thor was like Prince John. You had and actually the Merry Men were that was Rogers, Ant-Man, and
Paul Rudd. Yep.
Yeah, and was that Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Bucky. But yeah, as like the Merry Men. So it was a cool little. That was a real fun episode.
Yeah, I agree. It was not my favorite episode, but it was a fun episode, and I very much enjoyed it. And then we come.
It was the ending of that one was the payoff. That was the ending of that episode was the payoff for episode 9.
Yeah, the culmination of Stephen Strange.
Supreme.
We come to understand that he's been going around collecting
world enders,
and evidently Tyrus got in trouble. Supervisor pulled me over because I passed up a crackhead.
What?
I guess Tyrus didn't feel like letting a crackhead on his bus and got in trouble.
You get in trouble for not picking up crackheads?
It is California. Crackheads deserve fair and equal treatment. Come on, Tyrus. You live in California. You should know better.
Yeah.
So back to speaking of crackheads.
Crackheads are people too.
Sorcerer Supreme Strange.
Yo, he was on another level, bro.
This dude was going around from universe to universe, collecting universe killers, so to speak, collecting your Thanoses, your Kangs, your whatever, Ultrons, and putting them into some kind of containment unit.
Yeah.
And he made it seem like he tried to come across, he was trying to do it for good to make amends for all the bad he had done.
But he wasn't really trying to.
Not
he
so
needed
much.
them because he was trying to make his own world again.
And Tyrus says he was burning something at the bus stop. Well, yeah, I mean,
Of course, I'm not.
you can't let him smoke on the bus, but I mean, you could have just opened the door and be like, hey, finish that off. Come on.
Take a hit, You better have the money
Pass.
too. You better have the money too.
So, anyways, I love
I joke, I kid.
I love the payoff for this season. I feel like it did a great job of kind of doing a head fake on us, because I had no idea where it was coming to until that moment where Captain Britain, or Captain Carter fell, was brought through the portal to Scarlet Witch, and it was like, okay, I think I get what's going on here, maybe.
Yo, Nick Fury with the mustache though.
Right.
With the mustache though, and Loki doing Shakespeare. Yo, that was cool.
Oh, and Tyra says he wasn't smoking; he was starting a fire. He got admonished for 24 hours. I don't know what that means.
He can't ride the bus for 24 hours.
Admonished though, like
that's a weird word.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right word in that situation.
Maybe maybe like one of the VTA cops who's I think they're actually San Jose police officers probably saw him and gave him a citation or something.
I don't know. Anyways, all of this to say, we got our first teaser for season 3.
Yeah,
which appears so. Season 1, seemed to be not a primary focus except for ultimately on the Watcher and then Ultron. Where season 2, the primary focus I would say was on Captain Carter, which was nice.
And let me tell you, watch episode 9. Watch till the very end, because that was a super killer connection for everything kind of that's going on already.
Yeah. And so we get our first look at season 3, which has Bucky, Winter Soldier, in a car. And I'm not entirely sure what's happening here, because was that Lawrence Fishburne?
Yeah, that's what I was kind of figuring out what he's doing there, because that was his character from
Ant-Man?
From Ant-Man. Yeah, which he's a scientist in that one, so I don't know. But and that was Captain. No, that was the Red. What? I forget what he said. I know he said who he was. But yeah, the one from that shows up for the first time that we see him is in Black Widow.
Gotcha. Sticking with animation for a minute, we got our first kind of trailer, if you will, for Grimsburg, starring John Hamm.
This wasn't the first one. This was a little bit later. This is probably almost a final trailer for that show.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, because I remember
it's the first one I've actually watched.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen a couple of these. So yeah,
so
it looks interesting.
Yeah, it's an animated series that seems to be more serious. Obviously, there's going to be some comedy to it.
Oh yeah,
and I like John Hamm. I think he's really good at comedy and serious. I mean, you've watched Mad Men, right?
No, I haven't watched Mad Men.
Oh, okay. You need to go do that. And
I heard
Jimmy's calling you out, Red Guardian.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
And Lawrence Fishburne played Goliath. You are correct, sir. Embiggen.
I did actually one of the things that's what I was saying. I finished What If, and I started in on Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which I am very much more excited about due to the fact that they actually are. It's almost like chapters they're doing.
Okay.
For the series, which I'm okay with.
Okay, and you have read all the books, so does it feel like it's in line with one of the books?
I mean, they did some character recasting, but I saw this thing with Rick Riordan, who's the author of the books. He's also executive producer. Him and his wife are also executive producers on the show, and he was like, "Yeah, no, I think the recasting needed to happen. Like, we needed more." Diversity, and they changed some of the characters up as far as
they needed diversity. Come on,
he said. Well, this is from the author. He said that they needed it because when he wrote it, like there's the characters that he has. I think that the fact of the matter, the way he
the way he wrote it, I was like, okay. But then when I'm watching the show, I remember that fact, but I don't care. They're true to the character. They're true to the characters. The characters are a little different than the book. Like Grover, who is a satyr, is black in the book. In the show, he appears to be Indian, like Indian. And then Annabeth, who was white in the books, is black in the series, but they still have the same characteristics.
Is she white in the books?
Mhm.
Like, do you know that for a fact? Like, they
Yeah.
specifically call her out as Caucasian, or
Well, like the pictures that in like the some of the illustration stuff that they have in the books, she's very
okay.
much white.
Okay, I've never read the books.
No, I have
And Tyrus agrees with you. This Percy Jackson is much better than.
well,
the
that's the
movie.
thing, is that I think, because so what you're trying to do and this is the same thing that some people said about Harry Potter, is that Harry Potter, you had these long books that you're trying to narrow down into 2 hours. And J.K. Rowling, and I'm kind of just going off of what other people told me because I never actually read the books, is very descriptive. And so you're trying to squeeze all of that into a 2-hour movie. Whereas, and that's the same thing with these books, is that you're trying to take this kind of large scope book that goes through a lot and narrow it down into 2 hours. You're going to miss stuff. You're going to have to take shortcuts, things like that. And I like, it's been years since I've actually read the first book, which is Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. But from what I remember, everything is pretty much in line of how it's going. And I think it's a great, like, what they're doing with it, taking their time. It's almost like chapters. Like, this is chapter 1, 2, 3. And from what I can remember, it's very going along that path, which I very much enjoy. Good series so far. Only 3 episodes in. New episodes, or tell me, Disney Plus, how many episodes are they in? They're into 4 episodes now. I apologize. Yeah, so the first 2 premiered, and then every Tuesday until the season's over. I don't know how many episodes this is, but so far, so good.
And you know my philosophy. I don't care if the casting of a black person was the best option. That's what I care about. Like,
yeah, and don't get me wrong. Like, I think this girl is actually, I mean, the girl that they have playing Annabeth, who is, she's very much a main character. The guy playing Grover, who's very much a main character. Percy is very true to Percy Jackson in the books. It's just they chose people who are good at the parts. They have written it very well to bring these characters to life. I almost feel like I need to go and find the first book and just kind of I don't even really just kind of skim through it and see how everything's going, as far as like the beginning, the story about him in school and stuff like that. Amazing. It's pretty much spot on. So just kind of trying to get through everything else. But
so Tyra says, and tell me if you agree, 3 episodes covered about a third of the movie, but more detailed.
Yeah, and that's the thing. What you're doing is you like I said, when you take these kind of large scale books and you scale them down, you can do a lot more detail. You can go.
So is this kind of rebooting the series, I guess? Or...
Oh, it 100% is.
Okay. So it's not like, so the movies that pre-existed.
The thing is, they only did 2. They only did 2.
I understand, but are you in essence saying those are now null and void? This is the new.
This is it. I mean, like, those have their own spot, but these, like, and they were what they were. I didn't really care for them. Actually, I only saw the first one. I didn't care for it, and so I didn't bother watching the second one. Maybe I should check it out if I have the opportunity to, but I'm not going to go look for it. But the what they're doing right now, I really enjoy. Like, they're doing the story as
as like a chapter book. So each episode is like a chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, speaking about diversity casting, Lift. Kevin Hart's new film coming to Netflix January 12th. The heist begins at 40,000 feet.
I like Kevin Hart. Interested to see how this works out. I've never really seen him as a thief, but
Yeah. So this Ocean 7 in the skies? That's what it felt like watching this trailer.
kind of. Got to get a team together, and you got to get, you're basically trying to David Copperfield a plane. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I really
like Kevin Hart.
I want to know what is so special about this plane that they need to steal it. Is it transporting something, or is it the plane itself, or what's the deal that you have to steal this plane?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
So
But,
the trailer looked. I'm not gonna lie. The trailer actually did kind of look interesting, though. I will definitely try and give this a shot.
So it's a new year. It's a new you. What's going on? Any ladies? Any prospects?
I got my eye on a couple people, but
You've got your eye on a couple of people.
Yeah, there's a couple that I'm feeling, but again, micro interactions with people, and that's what I do. But
That is what you do.
but the ones that I'm talking about are ones that I see pretty much daily. But that's about as much as I'm going to say about that. Are they? I'll say, oh, that's kind of soothing. Oh,
Sorry.
no. If
And hold on, really quickly. So Jimmy says dumb plot for Lyft.
I don't know. It
And
is kind of
Tyra
weird.
says maybe they work for Murphy and someone wants a plane.
It's a good
And
one.
of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you're unclear as to what Tyrus is referring to,
Play
Murphy's
it.
Inc.
Just
No,
give
he's
him a-
referring to. I don't. No. He's referring to Murphy's Inc. If you haven't checked it out, season 2 is fully out there. So if you haven't listened to it at all,
Give
go
them
listen
the
to season
theme
1.
song.
I don't have it loaded, ready to go.
Give them the theme song.
I'm juiced, bro.
Is that what you wanted? Are you not entertained?
Not quite, but it'll do.
I'm sorry, I don't have the theme song
not in there
loaded,
anymore?
ready to go. No, I don't keep it in there because I can only
Oh.
have so much stuff.
I thought we could keep it in there. Never mind. All right. Anyway.
No.
But no, yeah, Murphy's Inc. C2 is completely out. We're getting geared up for Oak Bridge coming very soon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited. If you haven't go to
Don't pick up crackheads, Sarahs. Keep them off your bus.
Don't do that. But just don't get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have next week, or is it next week? Yeah, next week auditions. Right?
Yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah.
Hold on.
How many we at now?
Next Thursday. So Thursday is full. It's closed.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, Thursday is completely closed. We got 31. We only have one time slot left, and we only have 2 spots left.
Oh, dang. For total?
Yeah.
Is Jerome Wayne on there by chance, or Jerome Wayne?
You're calling out a random name. I guess that means I need to look it up. Give me a moment. Because you act as though I'm supposed to know every single.
No,
person
I
listed
did
on
expect you. I was just checking.
there. No. Let me see. Hold on. Let me look it up. Please continue while I look this up.
Yeah. Anyways, so we have auditions for that next Thursday and next Thursday
Saturday. Okay,
So we're
Jerome.
excited about that.
I'm looking at the list. Hold on, Jerome. I do not have anybody by that name.
Stage name J Rome? No,
Jozark?
no. Well, I don't know. He said he was
No.
going to sign up yesterday when I called
Well, I do
First-
not, but let him know if he really needs to get a specific time. Oh, and we've got the voice of Michael over on Murphy's Inc. checking in. Squee!
him. I don't even know what that means.
I'm not sure either, but Shannon Loring, who has been on this show in Avatar form,
Avatar form.
Which was actually kind of cool.
but will be at KaboomCon in physical.
KaboomCon. Yeah.
Part of me wants to have him come in Avatar form.
I really kind of want to see it. Kind
of. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's what we got going on. We got that coming up. But the thing that I was gonna say is if it for some reason comes to Reno, and I'm sure if you came to Reno you would see it.
Shannon is very excited about Oak Bridge auditions. We're very excited for you to be there.
Disney immersive animation. It kind of just runs through a lot of the Disney stuff. It's like the weird part is even the floor in this thing is a part of the show in some cases. There's the giant screens just bringing some of the the classic and new animation, some of the stuff that we've known for years, some of the new stuff to life, which is it's in a number of cities right now.
You don't give me enough credit, by the way, because you just threw this at me on the fly.
No, I'm impressed. But yeah, so there's one in Las Vegas. There's a number of big cities.
Did you go to this?
Yeah, I did go to that. I went to that like
Okay.
2 weeks ago, and it was quite amazing to see. We didn't have the staircases and stuff like that. But no, it is a lot of fun. There's a lot of there's a lot of bubbles involved.
Oh, is that you? Oh no.
There's bubbles involved. There's they actually have these kind of like smoke bubbles, which is pretty crazy. You pop them and it kind of just
A puff of smoke goes in your
smoke
face.
comes out.
And what does it smell like?
Nothing.
Oh.
But like they have this like the Lion King scene, like that opening scene from the Lion King, like takes up an entire wall, and it is crazy. Just seeing some of the kingdoms that they've had in certain movies, it's very interesting to see. The just kind of because there's parts of it's just the artwork is that's there, but like I said, even the floor is like you can see in that little clip right there. There's this floor that just has art, like it's a part of the show. Like you step, you can walk around and these stars kind of follow your steps and stuff like that. It's very crazy. So like these are some of the big ones that they focus on, but there's definitely a lot more. You have Elsa, Anna, of course, Frozen. You have whatchamacallit. Yeah, and that's also another part of it. There's also a Van Gogh experience, so it's a little getting different. But yeah, so you have Peter Pan, Encanto. You have a lot of the villains. Lion King is a huge part of it. Pocahontas is a good part of it. Tangled is quite a part of it. Frozen has a huge section in it. So it's just a lot of fun. So if for some reason it comes to Reno, you need to go for sure.
So did you go to this thing by yourself?
No.
Care to elaborate?
I went with a friend of mine and her daughter. So
was this a date or was this just
not really. It was more of just kind of because I wanted to go see it, and so I didn't want to go alone.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but no, it was very entertaining. I mean, I had a lot of it was one of those things that was super nostalgic, so it brought back a lot of memories of going to see these movies and kind of that, but it was almost like it was a reimagining of, you know, kind of bringing it all to a bigger scope. The one thing I really wish they had more of, I really wish they had more Tarzan in this thing. Because that would have been awesome to see him like.
Is Oliver and Company represented?
No.
Of course not. And you know, I've known you, Jeff, for I don't know, 25 years, and you would think by now
How
that
do
you
spell his
know.
name, Mark? Wrong.
Yeah, I don't spell your name Geoff. Like,
Mark. That's the only Mark I know that's spelled that way is Moga.
and it's wrong. There's only one way to spell Mark, and that's with a K. Get it right.
Sheesh. I bet Mark Moga would disagree.
Wow. And he'd be wrong, and that's okay.
And
5
Big Hero
iconic
6 is-
Disney animation villains.
Yeah.
5 of our favorite Disney animation sidekicks. 5 Disney animation's most dynamic duos.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's awesome. I mean, like, I really enjoyed that.
I
So-
guess if I was James and my name was Mark, it could be with a Q.
Oh. I think if like I said, I don't know if it's going to be coming to other cities. It's here for a while. I wanted to make sure I went to go see it, and it was amazing. It was a good time. Actually, I'm going to be going back at some point soon. But
And, you know, speaking of things going on there versus here, and we got a lot of stuff going on this year.
yeah,
We got Powerhouse Comic Con coming
Yeah.
up
yeah,
that we will be attending in Antioch, California.
Antioch,
We've got the Silver Age Comic Con coming up
Reno,
here in Reno, Nevada.
that's coming up.
We've got Kaboom Con that, of course,
Kaboom Con.
that we're putting on.
Yeah.
We've got the Rib Cook-Off to go to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll be there. I will be there for that because I actually end up getting the day. I got a call. Glad you brought that up. I actually have to call to find out because I'm supposed to come in on the 31st because I think Labor Day's on the 1st this year, right?
Let me pull up my calendar. Give me just a moment. Going to September. The 31st of August is a Saturday. So the 1st of September.
This is Sunday. Regardless, I'm coming in on that Saturday so that we can, because I definitely need to go to the Rib Cook-Off for the past number of years. And then we have. I'll be there. My plan is to be there for the entire week.
Have a good night, Jimmy.
Good night, man. It's to be there the whole week, and then hopefully leave on the Sunday. I think I also requested that off. I'll have to double check the calendar. Make sure I get that off. But yeah, that's what I've so I will be there for that. And yeah, so that's a couple things we got coming up this year.
Yeah. And in all there is always the outside chance that we may get approved to be at WonderCon or Comic-Con this year.
Outside chance. But we do have connections there, so yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. You know, some of the stuff we're working on and bringing forward with Murphy's Inc. issue 1 comic book coming.
Yeah.
With the graphic novel experience of Murphy's Inc. season 3, episode 1 coming.
I don't even know where this guy lives, but I was talking that up because he was talking about he's a huge fan of Batman, and so I was telling him about G&E and what I did with Batman, and he was super excited. And then I told him about what we're going to be doing at Kaboom Con. I gave him my card, so hopefully he'll check it out, but we'll see. But I told him, I was like, you got to come check this out. It's going to be awesome. It'll give you a little preview of what G&E is, and then, you know, moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah. So what else is going on, man? So you mentioned you got your eye on a couple of ladies. You mentioned that you might be making a move in the near future on that.
I got this new desk. I got this desk. I got a new chair. So I'm not, I'm not in my WrestleMania chair anymore.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with the WrestleMania
No,
chair. I've got
I'm not-
mine right back there. You can see it
No,
on camera.
100%. I don't have a problem with it. It's just that it was starting to become uncomfortable.
But now I got this swanky chair that leans back, and
Speaking of, and you brought it up, so I have to address it. Finally, The Rock has come back
Yo,
home.
sorry, I need to get lower for this one, bro. That promo was 100% killer.
21 and a half minutes.
The Rock.
That segment with Jinder Mahal, 21 and a half minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, we know not all of you are wrestling fans. We get it. We understand. But when something like The Rock coming back to
Bro.
wrestling,
It like the how he put that together with I'm going to eat. Where should I sit? Should I sit in a booth? Should I sit at the bar? Yeah, I like a bar. Should I sit at I want to sit at the head of the table, bro. Oh, it was
21 and a half minutes to get there.
It was almost throwaway. Like, because how long it was almost throwaway. But that one statement alone was just like, yes.
Now, let me ask you this, though, because there's a lot of conversations going on. And I just want to get your feeling, your input. I don't want this at WrestleMania for the belt. I don't.
No, I don't want it for the belt.
I need
a tribal counter type deal.
There needs to be a couple of scenarios here. Either one, I want Rock Roman before then, like let's say Elimination Chamber, or I want
that would give something in Perth for sure.
Or I want Roman to drop the belt to Cody Rhodes before WrestleMania, so that WrestleMania is true challenging for the head of the table, because Rock could say, "Look, yeah, you were the head of the table because you had the belt. You don't got nothing anymore. I'm the head of the table."
Fact that I don't think he'll lose it. It's the only problem is he won't lose to Cody because of unless the draft isn't until after WrestleMania.
I'm just saying, if they can figure something
the
out.
only way that would work is if Cody, and then he would have to challenge at WrestleMania.
Cody ain't winning the Rumble.
No, I know he's not winning the Rumble.
CM Punk's winning the Rumble. I'm calling it now.
CM Punk's winning the Rumble?
CM Punk is winning the Rumble, and he's going up against Rollins at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. No, that actually makes sense. I think if something happens where Cody moves brands or something like that, then I could see it happening. But until then, yeah. I definitely like almost like that's almost
I don't
like The Rock.
The
Rock Roman is almost too big to not have a WrestleMania, but I think yes.
I just don't want it for the belt.
Because The Rock's not there for the belt. I think if it's not even for the belt, if it's just ahead of the table status,
that's what it needs to be for.
If it's Roman just ahead of the table,
Roman needs to drop the belt before then.
I don't know where he drops it though, because he's not gonna.
He either drops it at the Rumble or to someone.
Orton's winning.
Yeah, whoever wins this triple threat on Friday.
Orton's winning that match. LA Knight is big. LA Knight is big. Having AJ Styles come back is big, but I really truly believe Randy Orton's winning that for number one contender spot.
Then whoever it is needs to win the belt at the Rumble finally, and maybe it's because of involvement of The Rock or something that gives a little bit of, okay, this is why Roman dropped it.
He's 100% challenging for it now.
Yeah, but it's got to be Roman.
Even
Rock,
actually,
not
the
for
thing
the
is,
belt,
I think he
the
can.
title.
Yeah, I think either he drops. Well, there's two main events. There's two big events before WrestleMania, and that's we have Royal Rumble. Oh, it's April. Yeah, no, we have Royal Rumble, and then we have Elimination Chamber, which is in Perth.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. There's two events before WrestleMania. So if they're gonna do it, then there needs to be build up 100%. So either Roman Reigns loses it.
I'd also be okay with Roman and Rock before Mania. It doesn't have to be at Mania.
I don't know. That's almost for me. That's almost too big to not be at Mania.
I don't disagree that it would be amazing
like
there.
Two headline. It's too headline not to be a Mania.
I would love to see Rock come for 3 months and do 3 matches.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I
No,
mean?
I
Like,
would-
I don't want to see him come back to just do this one.
No, I would 100% agree with that because again, I'm already annoyed.
But I also don't know
I
if
don't
he's
like
got
Logan
it.
Paul
I don't
anyways.
know if he's got it because he was winded after that brief brawl with Jinder. He was winded.
So the thing is, I think because he's not in ring shape, I guarantee. I mean, he's in shape because he's The Rock, but I don't think he's in ring shape. And so I think 100%.
Hold on. Really quickly, I need to give a shout out to Jennifer Humes, who has just procured 2 tickets to KaboomCon.
Nice.
Jennifer, welcome to the greatest show in Carson City to ever happen. We thank you for your procurement, and we look forward to seeing you at KaboomCon 2024.
Scan the
September
QR
7th.
code, people.
Scan that QR code. Get your tickets over to Brett Bright.
But yeah, so
Bright.
So like what I'm saying though is that I think if that was a shot, that was definitely a shot over the bow. I think that yes, either something happens at Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber, because then and this is my thing, if it happens at Elimination Chamber, we have a whole month to build up. And you don't even have to do it all on SmackDown. You can do it on Raw and SmackDown. You can have that build up, just building up all the way to WrestleMania, which would be where I think that fight would happen. But like again, I think we're 100 going to see Grayson Waller in Perth because it's his home country. Hopefully it's not for the championship because he definitely doesn't deserve that. Tag team championship, okay, I'm okay with that. But yeah, and man, it's getting kind of close too because that's after Royal Rumble. But yeah, Damien hasn't been able to cash in that Money in the Bank yet. He's been trying.
He's got time.
He's got time, but it's not.
He could cash in at Mania. He could do the greatest theft ever, like Seth Rollins.
I don't. And actually, I don't even see that happening because every time.
And you and I were ringside almost,
bro. Still pissed off about that.
I need you to talk on that for a second. Talk about our WrestleMania experience.
If the WrestleMania we got to go, and we got ringside tickets. Due to our friend, shout out to Matty Gregg. He got us ringside tickets, which are not cheap, but man, we were 10th row, I think, back. So just the crazy part is, I think because it was in Santa Clara, it's still light outside early. Like later in the show, it's still light outside, so that was ruined because I almost wish they had moved the Undertaker match to nighttime because with it light outside, it doesn't give it the same like feel. But there was Undertaker Bray Wyatt, that was awesome. Seth Rollins, Randy Orton early in the night. There was the pop up to RKO, which was crazy. The Sting versus Triple H match, which had DX and NWO come out. So like being at a WrestleMania, there's nothing like it. I mean, WrestleMania is the show of shows, especially in wrestling. It is the Super Bowl of wrestling. And being able to be there and be close to the ring like that was awesome to take from the Miz. But yeah, no, I definitely want to go to another one for sure. Hopefully it comes to Vegas soon. Fingers crossed. I thought it was supposed to come to Vegas this past year, but whatever. But yeah, no, I think with what's going with everything that's going on, the build up and everything they got going right now, hopefully this Cody Rhodes Shinsuke Nakamura thing comes to a head and is over with soon. With The Rock making that announcement that he made, that'll hopefully be talked about because we got New Year's Revolution coming up on Friday.
Do you think The Rock is going to show up on Friday, or do you think he's going to show up at the Rumble?
It's very plausible he'll show up on Friday. Very
Because it
plausible.
doesn't. Because if he doesn't show up on Friday, I don't think we see him again until
Till
the
the
Rumble.
Yeah, but I'm saying because then even if Roman loses, like I said, even if Roman loses that, if he loses at the Rumble, you have February, March to build up, which is a huge build up. I mean, that's crazy huge. Which we've had longer buildups for sure, but that's a crazy
And
huge.
Jeff
buildup.
would like to see the WrestleMania at Allegiant.
Yeah, no,
I would too.
Yeah,
'cause
no, 100%.
we would be there.
No, and that's the thing is that I think, I think it'll end up being there. I think and the nice thing is it'll be inside, and that's one of the things like I was talking about when you were gone is that unfortunately we won't have the Undertaker anymore, and unfortunately we won't have Bray Wyatt anymore, which is so sucky. But there was something about the Undertaker match being in the light that kind of took away the mystique of the Undertaker.
Agreed.
Which I mean, don't get me wrong, I will always love the Undertaker. I loved him as a kid, even though he freaked the hell out of me as a kid. Kane used to I remember when Kane first showed up, I was like, what the hell? When he ripped off the door.
Hold on, really quickly. I'm trying to remember. Were you at the Rumble in San Jose?
Yes, I was at that one.
So
Actually,
I was there too. This was before we knew each other in '96.
I was. So actually, the crazy part is that we were over the entrance. So I could actually see who was coming out next. And that was the year that Mick Foley came out as all three of personas. So he came out as Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love.
And I was on the other side of the arena. I was on the far side from where you were.
Yeah, okay. Wow.
And evidently Jeff was there as well.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so I mean, I remember just being there. That was actually my dad took my brother and I to that, which was crazy because he wasn't really into it, but me and my brother were definitely into it. And that was the first like pay-per-view type deal we'd been to in person. So but yeah, no, I think it was so yeah, I mean, I think it was.
I think he meant, what about the casket on fire at the end of the night?
That was crazy because that was like right near the entrance, right there, and so it was like it was hot.
I was wondering because I was on the other side. Like I said, It sounds like you and I were on opposite sides of the arena.
Yeah, it was hot, and that was before they had all the. Elaborate ring entrances and stuff like that for Royal Rumble. That was a shorter ramp. That was a.
Oh yeah.
Because it was in the Shark Tank, so it was so it wasn't huge. But now they put these things in baseball stadiums. Hopefully, when the A's get that stadium, they decide to do it there. Anyways,
I will be there for that.
But regardless, I think one of the main things is that whatever they do for WrestleMania this year, it has to be huge. Because of what they've been doing this past like couple years with Triple H being at the head and everything, he's done a phenomenal job, I must say.
Oh, I don't disagree. I think we're going to see some big surprises, quote unquote.
The Rumble is going to be littered with surprises, I'm sure.
Trinity Fatu, also known as Naomi, she'll be returning, I believe. Andrade Idolo, he'll be returning, I believe.
Oh yeah, because that is Charlotte's husband.
Well, he's done with AEW. His contract is up.
Because Naomi was just kind of out in the wind.
She's done. She's been doing TNA or Impact.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, she had a short-term contract. She's done. So I think we're going to see her at the Rumble.
I'm not going to lie to you. I would kill to see Sasha Banks back. I'm not going to lie.
So talks with her seem to have fallen apart. Either that's legit or it's a work, and she will be back. The one that I'm most interested, because I think it's a work right now, and you don't follow this as much as me, but AEW, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, he to me, I'm telling you, this guy is the next John Cena, the next like whatever Roman Reigns. Like he is if he comes to WWE long term, he is the man.
Okay.
But he has been removed from AEW's page because his contract was supposed to end at 2023. One of the things he's been even in AEW promos, he has regularly said the bidding war of 2024, and I'll go if Paul gives me the right amount. Blah blah blah. Right, and alluding to Triple H, Paul Levesque. Right.
Yeah.
And Jeff calls it out. He's the Undertaker. He is legit in gimmick 24/7, hands down.
Oh, really?
Like, to me, he is the next. If he ever comes to WWE, he is the man. I guarantee you, if he stays at AEW, he is going to have the biggest contract. The man is amazing on the microphone. He's good. He's not great. He's good in the ring. But promo wise, I don't think anyone is close today.
Really?
But no one is close. No one. He rivals The Rock at promos.
Yo, because the Rock promos were killer back in the day.
When you think about promos, the first person that comes to my mind is best at promo is The Rock. MJF, he might be able to take Rock in a promo. I mean, there were many. So there was a huge feud between CM Punk and MJF while they were both there at AEW. He held his own and dominated CM Punk multiple times. And Jeff agrees. He's the best on the mic. Like, there is no one that's close today.
Okay.
So they've done this thing where his contract was supposed to end at the end of 2023, the bidding war of 2024. AEW has removed him from their page. They ended the year with him losing. He was the champion. He lost his title at the last pay-per-view to Samoa Joe. Big ups to Samoa Joe. And what's going to happen? So he's lost his title. He's been removed from the page. I think it's a work. I think he's probably signed a new contract with AEW.
Mhm.
But if they can get him back to WWE or over to WWE, that guy, he's from a overall superstar perspective, he's amazing.
Okay.
Yeah,
They have to rein him in because he does go blue and he does go off a little bit.
That's the one of the things that I think is gonna needs to come to a head. I think they need to stop. They need to try, if they're going to salvage. I think what they need to do is almost. I mean, yeah, they got to keep some of the PG, but almost go to 14 at least.
I'm over the PG. I think Triple H is over
the PG too.
PG. And Jeff checking in again. I think he's working AEW like Pullman worked WCW back in the day. If
Pillman,
that's and I figure that's who he meant.
Yeah.
Because Pillman pulled a big surprise where kind of like what Rick Rude did to WWE. He showed up on Monday night over here, and then Rick Rude was on a pay-per-view Sunday night, and on Monday night he appeared on Nitro.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of Pillman, his kid is on NXT right now.
But he's not going by the name anymore.
No, he is.
When he was in AEW, he was going by his legit Pillman name.
Oh, he's going. Yeah, he is Lexus King.
Yeah.
Or in AEW.
Yeah.
And he is his father's. He is the son of the father. Looks dead on him.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it has the mouth, and has the tenacity and everything.
Yeah. I agree wholeheartedly there. I liked him on AEW. And again, I know you don't follow it, but because there have been a number of AEW moves to WWE, that have been great for the business. And Jeff checking in again. He told him he was going to ECW and went to WWE instead, and that's referring to Pillman, Brian Pillman.
Brian. Rest in
Brian.
peace. Brian. Hey, Brian.
Yeah, where's Brian? He hasn't checked in a while. Or damn.
Yeah. We're gonna need to reach out to that fool.
Yeah, guy goes and gets married, and then he doesn't ever come check in on the show anymore.
Oh, what? You too good? You too good for us now? Because you're married?
This guy. Anyways,
I did get his holiday card. Thank you, Brian, for that. By the way.
I did as well. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. So other than that, anything else fun or exciting going on?
No, I'm thinking there's a part of me that wants to go to Disneyland this summer just to see the Pixar Fest. But we'll see. I don't know. I'll let you know. But
You're gonna go by yourself? You're not even gonna try to organize it or like go with me or anything?
I don't know. I mean, I was just thinking about it. Like I said, I'll let you know. That's the main thing. If I do decide to go, I'll let you know, and you can, if you want to come, by all means. I would love to have you there. If I want
to come, thanks.
If you want to come, I would love to have you there. But no, and then but I'm trying to. So, I really want to go to Hawaii. My dad, my brother, and I were talking about going to Hawaii. Then my dad's side of the family was like, "Oh, we need to plan a family vacation. Hey, James, you should check that out." And I was like, "All right, well, we're planning on going to Hawaii." And everybody's like, "Oh, okay." And then they were like, "Oh, wait." Like my cousin Gabby was like, "Wait, I don't know if I can do that because I have 2 small kids." And I was like, "All right, well, that kind of."
So what you need to do is plan a family vacation for 2026.
That's the thing. Is that I told them about this. I told them about the cruise, and they were like, most of them were like, "No, we're not. I'm not doing," or they can't get off for 15 days to do a cruise. So, I was like, "All right, well, I'm just throwing it out there. That's the next big thing that I was planning." But yeah, like I really want to go to Hawaii. That was supposed to be something for the family. They now are trying to. Gabby hit me up today and was like, "Well, maybe we should do something that's not so far." And I was like, "Yeah, but like the thing is that
Hawaii where's Gabby?
She's in North Carolina. So here's the thing. Everything like Hawaii is far for them, not for me.
Well, think about it this way. Hawaii is as far from where you are as North Kakalaka is to you.
Right. Oh, okay. I didn't realize that part. But what I'm saying is yes, I do understand that it is a long flight from well, because like all that family's on the East Coast. So if she comes with her husband and kids, that's from North Carolina, they probably have a stop in LA.
From where?
North Kakalaka.
Thank you.
They'd have a stop probably between there. There's probably stop in LA or like Vegas or something before they catch another flight to go to Hawaii. For me, my dad, my brother, it would be from here. They have direct flights from here to Vegas or to Hawaii. For my aunt, one lives in one.
Sorry, your aunt?
Aunt, whatever. Aunt lives. I have 2. So well. And then if my mom decides to come, then they're in Maryland. My dad's
where?
In Maryland. Anyways,
thank you.
One of my dad's sisters in Tennessee. The other one's in Nolens, and so we're kind of all spread all over the place. But like I've never been to Hawaii.
Hold on, as Daryl says, this is an official term for the Tar Heel state.
What? Oh,
North Kakalaka.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And Daryl, having lived in Merlin as well, he'll understand.
Merlin. Yeah. So anyway, so that's something in the works for family stuff. But yeah, still trying to figure that whole thing out because I got the message today. Maybe it'd be easier if we did something closer that wouldn't for the kid. I was like, I don't give a damn about them kids, but.
So maybe in 2026 you guys have a family reunion in Miami. 2 days before your cruise. I'm
Man,
just saying, if you're the one putting it together,
we'll
put it
see.
together. Go to Miami a couple days before, and then we go on the cruise.
That would actually be quite awesome.
But I'm gonna also put up. I'm gonna put the cruise to them too, just to let them know, like, hey, this is also out there. If you want to go, like, by all means, please come. If not,
Well,
then-
and you got to put it in dollars and cents for some people. Like you've got to say, okay, if you're bringing the kids, right, family of 4, here's what the price is, right, and that's where you got to talk to Terry, our personal cruise consultant,
right.
who's for our group. You talk to Terry and say, hey, here's the scenario. Give me a quote so I can take it back to my family.
Oh, you know what? I'll do that tomorrow. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. That's a great idea. Because like the thing is, I think if and plus with it being 2 years out, there's almost no excuse. I mean, although black people in cruises.
Please tell me. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways, but
We're not going anywhere near Africa.
no, I'm just saying.
You're okay.
I'm just saying. But no, I think that would be, if that is the case. Like the one thing, like I said, I still want to go to Hawaii, so I may just try and figure that out. And if they don't want to come, then fine. But yeah, no, definitely, I will call Terry tomorrow and see if I can get some dollar cents type stuff, so I can take that to them and be like, hey, this is what we got. If you're interested.
especially out of North Kakalaka, flying down to Miami to go on a cruise,
Yeah.
where
And
the flights are included.
Yeah. And then you basically come back from, and the only thing you got to really worry about is coming back from LA, and that would be included, I guess, too, right? So, yeah. So, like, I think if I go dollars, if I can bring dollars and cents to them, I think it'll be different. But yeah, because right now, like I said, I put my money down, so we're good there.
And you got the 250, the
Yeah,
cruise first.
so yeah, and the 500. So that's good. And so yeah, so I think with everything, where's the clip? Where is it? You know what I'm talking about?
Give me just a moment.
Yeah.
I am a little inebriated, so here we go.
I'm juiced, bro.
For this next year, I'm really juiced. I'm excited. We got a lot of stuff going on. We shaking and moving. Yeah.
We got some serious work going on. I will tell you, and I haven't told you this, so this is a little insider baseball for y'all. I have been reached out to for another audio drama.
Oh, really?
Interesting concept. We'll see. I've requested a full pitch to be presented, as including a pilot.
Okay.
So we'll see if there's follow through, but definitely interested
Okay.
based on the initial conversation. So we'll see.
So we have meetings to set up now too.
Evidently,
All right.
it doesn't end, man. It's hard. It's getting hard out here for a pimp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to make that money for the rent.
Yeah. So I think, but yeah, 2024, it's already stacking up to be a very entertaining year.
Big things popping.
Little things stopping.
Where is MVP?
Yo, I think didn't he get hurt or something like that?
I don't know.
I think he got hurt, but still, yeah. I need him to come back, but not as a heel though. I mean, yeah, he was a very good manager or valet or whatever you call him, but yeah, he was very good at that. But I definitely need to see him come back more as a.
Men are managers, women are valets.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, then he was a very good manager. Anyways, I think that's that about wraps this one up.
Are you sure?
Yes, as the screen says, Fat Black Connection.